thing which is really important is looking at or gauging the size of the structure that we're designing from that person. I'm just going to go up to camera and switch it to parallel projection. I've got a side view of my person. The structure that we're looking at doing is about 3.5 meters by 3.5 meters, and that's approximately twice the size of a person. So I can, pretty closely estimate the size of my structure by looking at a person twice the height of my person. So within that window, I can draw things. Now, if I have a shape that is quite complex, and I'll draw a sort of a random type shape on here that might represent the design that I'm working on. Just remember, I can offset those lines, so I can use offset, and I can just pull in a line like so. And what I might do is keep that line there for the ground or foundation, and I might have my roof. My floor has to be that size. My roof could come out further if I wish. Now you can see how the line turns pink as it runs parallel to a perpendicular. Press L to start the line again, looking for a pink line, and I can just use the erase tool just to get rid of that information. So you can see I've got a reasonably sort of complex shape. There's my shape there. So what I'm going to do is, I actually want sides on this, so I'm just going to take that and do a copy of it. So go move to get the plus showing, and look, there's a copy of it there. And I'm going to go and put in there a line, because I actually want, say, a covered area at the front of my structure. So I'm going to put a shape like that there. Now in theory that should be a filled shape. I can check that by clicking on there, and it's not a filled shape, because look, it actually has gone right off. Now I did this as a learning opportunity for you, so let's try that again. So to avoid that happening, we are going to do a side view of it like that. Hopefully it should work fine. Now it's better, so I'm going to just erase that stuff here. This is going to be the end of my structure, so I'm going to give this a thickness, and the wall thickness is going to be about 100. So I'm going to extend that 100, enter, and I'm going to group that. I might do some more work on that a little bit later. And then I'm going to grab this structure here, and I want it to be 3,600 millimeters, 3.6 meters. So I'm going to type that in, and you can see in the bottom right hand side it's showing that, and I can hit enter, and it'll make that structure that size. So now I can actually move this in. So what I might actually do is put a cutout in here, or glass area in here, which I could also do. Maybe I could just use the offset tool, click on there, a glass area in there. I'm just going to show it as a cutout. I can go in at a later stage and put some glass into that area. Looks like I've ungrouped it. I'll just regroup that, make group, and I'm going to move it, make a copy of it. So I'm going to hook, see how it goes pink on that corner. I'm going to hook onto that corner. I'm going to tap Control, give me a copy, and I'm going to glue it onto this corner. Can you see how it turns green? And I'm going to do the same. I'm not going to do the outside, I'm going to do the inside edge there. I'll pick it first, move, and place that in there. And look at that, we've got a structure. But the other thing I can do is start to think about seating in that space. And the nice thing about grouping this now is I can just take that off and do some more work on the inside of it. Whereas if I didn't group that, that wall would have glued onto that, and would have tried to move it. It's really hard. So it's always a really good idea to group the ends of your structure. So if I was going to put some seating in here, here's a person to give me scale. And if I can imagine that person was actually standing in my structure, a really good indication of a seat, and this is the actual knee height, which is the ideal height for seating. I can look at this and think, well, I don't really want hitting their head on the structure, so I'm going to draw down here to about knee height and then come in and down, and that could, if you like, be a seat. I could just tidy that up to make it look like a seat. Draw it like that. Move it in slightly, and I can run that seat through my space. So what I should probably have done is group that as well. I'll just see if I can group this without picking up too much other information. If I can, make a group, move the person out of here, and then just pull that seat. Now you can see how it clicks onto that edge in red. Now I have got a seat inside, and it didn't take a really long time to do this. Exercise which is time consuming is deciding how it's going to look to begin with. Now I was moving that around, it didn't light up, see it's not lighting up, so it's not actually gluing onto that point yet. So I might just have to move it around, different angle, and then there, it's locked on. But there we go, there's our structure. Another really good thing to do is to have a look at the light, how the lighting is affecting this building. I'm going to go up to view, I'm going to look at shadow, and I can see probably the morning sun coming in here. I can view from above, rotate that around, and you can see what happens to the light once we start rotating the structure. So we really want the sun falling behind the structure, and that's sort of really what we want to do, and that would actually work quite well from a passive solar situation, because in summertime you'd have the higher sun creating shade, in wintertime you'd have the lower sun coming in and warming up that space.